Meowdy Earthlings, welcome back to another video. How have you guys been? If you've been here before, thank you again for joining me on this reading. And if you're new here, welcome. Hello. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Jaleen. Welcome to my channel. I've had a few new followers, so I just wanted to say hello. Thank you for subscribing, and we're almost to like 3,000, and that's really fucking awesome. Thank you so much for letting me be on my platform and doing my thing, and I hope that you guys keep enjoying my videos. So yeah. Oh, also, if you're wondering if this is like a Dunkin' Donuts kind of reading, yes, it fucking is. I had one today, and it's like 12 a.m. right now, and I thought to do a reading like right now at this ungodly hour. So that's that. Anyways, yeah, so let's just move on to what the reading is today. Today's reading is about you versus them and your connection. Please remember the disclaimer that I was talking about. Be mindful about who you're asking about. Be mindful about like what you're doing, how much you're doing. Okay, these are for your entertainment purposes only. If you would like to get a personal reading from me, my information is down in the description to my Etsy shop. You guys can purchase one there. You can even check out as a guest. You don't have to make an account. And if you want to follow my socials, my handle is down in the description as well. Follow me on there. I usually talk to some of my clients and follow subscribers from here about like spirituality. If you guys have any questions about the spiritual journey, that's what I'm there for. Go ahead and DM me on Twitter and or Instagram. And I'll be sure to accept your follow and follow you back. And yeah, so with that, I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys the piles. And yeah. Alright, you guys, so these are your piles for today. You have 5. Please remember to only take the messages that resonate with you and leave what doesn't, since this is 5 collective energies, so please keep that in mind. If you don't find the messages that are right for you, or you just don't like this reading, I hope you find the right reader and the right messages that you're looking for. And with that, if you need a little bit more time, you could go ahead and pause the video now, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. Alright, pile number 1. If you chose this pile, let's find out. Have pile 1s. If you chose this pile, let's find out what's going on between you and the person that you're inquiring about. Okay, let me just set this up here. So this is going to be person A and then person B on this side. And then there's like oracle cards between you guys and then tarot, okay? And then we're going to go with advice later on. So got the fish here and the stingray for this end. You have an artist, and you have a child magical. Okay. You have the 5 of planets. I am reading reversals today. The 7 of rockets. The 9 of lasers in reversed. The chariot. And the 10 of comets in reversed, along with new love and flirt. Okay. So let's get a little bit of a feel about what's going on. For sure, someone wants a new love. There's someone that's definitely stressing here. But let's start with person A. So person A has a lot of emotions. They're very emotional. Could be a Pisces. They could be an artist. The light attribute of the artist says expressing a dimension of light that is just beyond the 5 senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. And the shadow attribute is using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as a starving artist to elicit pity. So overall, what I'm getting with these 2 cards is that person A has really deep running emotions. They're very, very, I guess, metaphorical, I guess, philosophical if you wanna say that. I do feel like no matter how sensitive or how emotional person A is, they're still pretty grounded with these things, because there is a red, like, crescent moon on there. And that, to me, the color red talks about the root chakra. It talks about grounding. So I find it interesting that, there's like a lot of emotion there, and you could still be really grounded in your emotions. The fish also talks about like better visualizations and planning. So it's this person could be thinking about this relationship a whole lot, or expressing themselves in an artistic way. The fish talks about restlessness, change of focus, and lost in the current. And says the roaming lifestyle of the fish may be exhilarating for a while, but usually leads to weariness and slippery relationships. With all the possibilities out there in the vast waters, the fish becomes lost without clear goals and intentions. Spend time with lunar forces, dear fish, as the peace and calm of the moon will soothe your soul. So there's a lot of, this one came in reverse, but I just put it in the upright. So it says using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as starving artist. So this person A could basically be somewhat emotionally manipulative at times. Okay, and I see that's an issue. The fact that there is no concrete plan to a situation or to this situation brings up issues, and that could have been one of the issues in the connection. As for person B, this stingray talks about like chakra healing and being spiritually aligned. It's also the element of water, so both of you guys could be water signs, but if not, then you guys can have water in your guys' charts, or you guys are just emotional people. The stingray talks about a crossroads and, choosing the old from the new. It talks about release and moving on, and going through uncomfortable emotions and situations, okay? This talks about developing confidence or a sense of self or spine. So I feel like person B is going through some sort of spiritual awakening, because the child magical says seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. The shadow attribute is pessimism, depression, and disbelief in miracles, believing that your energy and action are not required for growth. So that basically correlates a lot, where it talks about transitions and transformations and like a spiritual thing going through it. This also came in reverse, but I just put it in the upright. So the pessimism and depression and disbelief in miracles. So I believe that person B is very pessimistic about your situation. And I feel like maybe person A is more of like victimize themselves at some point, because like I said, both of these were in reversed. So what I'm getting is that's why someone wanted to return, because someone is not believing in the miracle. And like I said, it's person B. I feel that between you guys, you do want a new love, you do want to flirt, you want to extend your energies to one another. But considering what happened in the past, I do feel like there was a lot of defensiveness with the Seven of Rockets, and I feel like there was a really huge transition or financial instability or instability within a relationship that once was stable. So money could have been an issue. But it could have simply been the fact that someone just wasn't stable enough to hold their end in the relationship, and it created a period of suffering. So the Nine of Lasers, I feel, is where you guys are right now. It's a card of like being separated from your person and isolation and not seeing things through clearly. With the Chariot being here, there is that desire to want to go after the relationship, wants kind of like to rebalance things out. They want to make some sort of choice. And because this is a major arcana, it's like a really deep desire, because major arcanas to me signify a more spiritual universe, cosmic energy to what is going on already. And with the Ten of Comets being here, there needs or wants to be a rebalance in this, like to make things right. And I do feel like there is a sense that you guys can be together, like with the Ten of Comets in reverse. Just because it's in reverse, it doesn't mean anything. The energy is still there, but there are complications that are getting in the way, or obstacles getting in the way of your guys' new love or your guys' happy ending. So I feel like there's still a lot of things to be sorted out individually, because both people are channeling the shadow attributes of the artist and the child magical. I do feel like with person A, there could have been an issue with expressing themselves in the relationship. And with person B, it was more like they didn't really know what they wanted. They were going through a lot of changes, and it was difficult to make a decision and choice. But considering the time away, I do feel like a new love is a mutual energy for you guys. Like, you guys both want that, and you guys definitely want to converse and, you know, kind of start over, you know. I'm gonna get a little bit more of my T cards on what's happening for you guys, pile number one. So what's happening with pile number one? Casket, someone is going out of your life, or the end of a situation. So I feel like you guys have left each other's lives. And I do feel like cycles are supposed to end. You do have a Ten of Comets here. Tens have to do with, you know, manifestations and endings. And I do feel like this could have been a past energy. Someone left the situation because they possibly weren't getting what they deserved. There's also family sorrow. So that could have been, you know, you guys could have had a family together, or you guys wanted to plan a family together. But with the Ten of Comets, that's a card about family, and that's in reverse. So maybe for some of you guys, someone was stuck in between their family and choosing you. Maybe something was going on within their family. That's a very strong thing that I'm getting here. It seems there's this energy of being torn, okay? And things are very unclear. Interestingly enough, I'm looking at this clear quartz right now. You guys chose clear quartz, if you didn't know. And clear quartz talks about clearing all the chakras and realigning. It talks about grounding. This specific crystal is used by, like, spiritualists around the world. It's used widely in Buddhism with monks, and it's because they feel like they can see things a lot clearer and get intuitive message, and it helps them. You know, some of the people also use this as a card to see, use this crystal in order to see, like, visions and stuff. So I do feel like there's a lack of clarity at this point. And I saw that between you guys. And I do feel like the family stuff comes into that. It's very unclear. It's very up in the air. I'm also getting that warning of you a problem either now or the near future. So I don't know if you guys are going to have another problem. It could be a warning, but maybe this was in the past where there was a problem. There's a problem now, and it's possible that it's either the ghosting or there's a family issue at hand. There's also family wishes come true, so there's a lot of, I'm getting for this pile, you guys could mutually, or one of you could see that you guys can have that family. Like when you're hoping and wishing for the family that you wanted, it's like you guys have met each other and kind of subconsciously or consciously decided that you guys can have this family that you guys have been wanting. And I do get that this person or you, whoever it is, there's a secret admirer. Okay, this person could be admiring you, and romance is in the air, so they're definitely thinking about either like reconciling. I feel like it could be starting back up again, you know, and with the secret admirer, I definitely get that. You know, this person could be stalking you, and that's why it's kind of in the air. Maybe a lot of people are coming to this realization, like I was saying, because all of a sudden romance is in the air, romance is in someone's mind, on someone's mind. I'm also getting peacock, beware of great pride. Was I not getting that earlier? Did I not say anything about that? Like person A was dealing with a lot of pride. Like they didn't want to show how they were really feeling. And maybe it could also be person B too, so it doesn't really matter. Maybe both of you guys have been very prideful in your guys' situation. The next card you got is danger, especially in money matters. So with the Five of Pentacles, that makes a lot of sense. That talks about danger and money, like I was saying. So Pentacles always also has to do with family too. So it's about money, it's about pride, it's about ego, not wanting to give in. It's also about family issues. So there's a lot of things that's possibly, you know, corrupting your guys' connection or relationship. There's a lot of, maybe there's a lot of red flags because no one is speaking about what's actually going on externally outside of your relationship. And it says someone will gossip all your secrets. So I don't know if there's another person here, a third party that is trying to sabotage your relationship. So I feel like you guys should be very careful about who you trust with this information, with this person. I'm also getting, for some of you guys, one of you guys is going to say something. You guys could have mutual friends, and you tell it to somebody, and they might gossip it to the other person. So it could be A to B, or B to A, and the person in the middle is the one that's telling these things to either one of you guys. And we also have pay attention to your finances. So someone really needed to pay attention on their money, their shmoney, and that's possibly why there was also a separation. It says money or property through inheritance, winning, or windfall. So someone wanted to definitely work on their money, wanted to work on their family stability, and they were also very prideful because maybe someone left and someone didn't want to admit that they were wrong or want to reconcile. And lastly, there's strong emotion in this relationship. There's a strong love and hate, and that explains why there's like this super wishy-washy energies that I'm getting. So let's find out what the advice is for you guys, all right? So you got abundance planning. With abundance planning, with abundance planning to the viewer, your advice is if you are planning to materialize your wealth, like moving or groceries or going back to school, you have to plan out your finances in order to gain stability. So pay attention to your finances, okay? And learn how to save. Watch out on things that you spend. Make sure that there are things that are essential and that you need before buying things that are basically just not essential. You also have dance here. So in order to get away your stresses, rid of your stresses, dancing could be it. I feel like most of you guys are person A because there's artist here and dance is a performance art. But either way, it doesn't really matter. Dancing is going to help you feel better. It also cleanses your sacral chakra, your second chakra for creativity, for sexual desires, creativity. It's going to amp that up. And it's also saying expect powerful change in this relationship. There's definitely going to be changes because you guys are going through transitions. I was already feeling that with you guys individually. You guys are going through changes, especially person B. And I'm only saying especially for person B because it seems to me they have more like blockages than person A. You know, they had to realign all these things. I feel like there was only one aspect of the artist that wasn't in balance. But regardless, there's going to be a huge shift between you guys and your guys' self individually. And you might not see that now, but best believe that things are changing for you and for the better. And it says that your debt is paid off, meaning that you've learned a lot of lessons. You have kind of moved on to the next cycle now, and you're starting a new one. So with the debt paid off, that means that you've basically have cut yourself off from old things and are ready to start new things. And that's exactly why the expect powerful changes here, because you will have this opportunity to start over. There's a lot of newness with pile number 1, so I really get that you guys can get back together, even though there's no reconciliation card. But the fact that it seems that both of you guys want to be together, then there's a possibility that you guys can make that happen, as long as you guys work on yourselves and learn from the old mistakes that you've made in your past and applying it to this relationship. Okay, so that's what's happening between you and your person, pile number 1. If you liked this video and would like to comment down below about your situation, I would love to hear from you guys. I love reading your guys' comments. And if you give this video a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel, I appreciate it so much. And if you don't, I still appreciate you for joining me today. To everyone, thank you for choosing me to be your reader. Don't forget to follow my socials. And I'm moving on to the next pile. Bye. Hi, pile 2s. If you chose this pile, let's find out what's going on between you and your person. But first, I'm going to explain what the crystal is, because with pile number 1, it actually resonated. So with green aventurine, if you chose this crystal, this talks about harmonizing, coming together. It also talks about the heart chakra a lot. So this has to do with like letting go of like a lot of grief. It has to talk about resolving emotional issues within. And yeah, this also kind of talks about like happiness and trying to balance the self with that. Basically rebalancing yourself emotionally with this crystal. So maybe there was a lack thereof on your end, on your person's end, or just in your situation overall. But yeah, let's go ahead and find out who's person A and person B. Person A is going to be this side, person B is on this side. There's mutual energies, and then the tarot. Okay? So person A is owl, and person B is buffalo. Person A is scribe in the upright, preserving knowledge and information. For person B, you have the shadow attribute of gossip. It says thrives on power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. Okay. You guys also have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here, and release your ex. Okay. So we also have the 8 of Wands in reversed, the 9 of Coins, the 3 of Swords in reversed, the Page of Cups in reversed, and you have the Hanged Man in reversed. All right. Okay, let me put this. We should make sure. All right, we're good. Okay, so the advice is for later. Let's start with person A. Person A, owl and scribe are literally the same thing. Owl, except with owl, it talks about like being here for many, many lifetimes and taking those things into consideration. A lot of people might look up to you guys because of the amount of advice and intuition that you guys have. And you're basically just a person that is harvesting a lot of knowledge. You are very wise, you are very intelligent, maybe you guys are studying or working, you guys like to write, maybe writing your thoughts or journaling. With person B, when I first saw the lightning for buffalo, I kind of thought for some of you guys could have had some anger issue, like this person could have been angry at some point, because the 8 of Wands is also here. It talks about passionate communication, either in a loving or hateful way, so that explains a lot. And with the buffalo being here, this is about realizing your mistakes. It's the buffalo is very balanced. It's very grounded yet spiritual, practical and spiritual. So they're very their personality is like that. They're very grounded, considering the fact that they're earth here. They're very strong individuals, but the fact of gossip and shadow attributes that thrives on power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences, I'm definitely getting that this person might have learned from their mistakes. I do feel like this is your ex. I do feel like if it's not your ex, it's just a situation, a person that you were in a situation with before, a person that you had a strong magnetic attraction to. You guys were probably linked in a situationship, an actual relationship, but whatever the case, you guys consider yourselves as exes towards one another. Interestingly enough, all right, energies are very different. It seems to me that person A is focusing a lot more on their work, and this person is actually thinking about what they've done. Okay? With the 8 of Wands being here, like I said, there's like delays, being overworked, passionate communication, either hateful or loving. So someone was very, very busy at work, all right? And because of this busyness and the hard work that they've put in, they finally reached this point of the 9 of Coins, this financial abundance and being grateful and stable and independent and being happy for where this person at, whoever this is. It could be both of you. So I do feel like there's going to be a reconciliation or coming back together if it hasn't happened yet, because the card in the middle is a 3 of Swords in reverse, so that means someone could be coming back. It could be that this was your ex. You guys broke up once, someone worked on their stuff, someone came back, and someone got this kind of awakening, or like they realized something about themselves where someone wasn't emotionally stable. I'm getting that I feel like this could have been person B, the Page of Cups. You guys came together. This person was immature. They were unloyal, and then the Hanged Man could have been you. You could have made this huge realization about your guys' connection, and now you're just focused on your work. I feel like person A is more on the side of like, I don't really care if you come back, and I don't really care if you do. Maybe this pile is about like, I wonder what's going on with them kind of thing. And it's out of genuine curiosity. But it could also be the fact that this person realizes that they're emotionally unstable, or, they weren't as equipped in an emotional way, and they've come to realize that, because the Hangman in reversed and Buffalo talk about the same thing. Basically, pile number 2, your guys' connection, there was a lot of things that you guys maybe didn't realize, and your guys' situation has made you realize a bunch of things. But like I said, I'm getting really different energies towards one another with A and B, because this A person, I don't really know if you're even thinking about B until you're asking. But I do feel like the 9 of Coins could be you. You're the only one that's like really, really working here on your stuff. And I'm not saying this person isn't doing their stuff, but I feel like this person is just more like career oriented at this point in time. So let's find out a little bit more about your guys' situation, okay? So you have unsuccessful plans. Maybe this was an unsuccessful plan. Maybe you guys were planning to come together and it just didn't work out because of either gossip, someone was emotionally insecure, or, like other things in your life with the 8 of Wands here that could have been like a bunch of different obstacles. I'm getting that one of you guys could either be a Cancer or a Gemini. I'm getting maybe your guys' breakup could have been in June, maybe, possibly not. But it says someone you know is undependable and sincere. Maybe they're the ones who's undependable and sincere because they had the shadow attribute of gossiping. So maybe they weren't being honest with you and they were being very insincere. But it says financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. So that's very 9 of Coins energy, like waiting for your ships to come in, for your stuff to come in, and you've been like planting these seeds, and finally there's like a harvest, and that's what it means. It says you are on the right path regarding some aspect in your life. So if you want to stay with this person, if you want to leave, focus on your career, it's entirely up to you, but whatever you think is right intuitively, because this is a collective reading, you guys are probably right. Wherever you're being pulled to, you guys are probably right about that, okay? In October, this month is October, something could happen, maybe at a Halloween party, you guys can have some sort of encounter, you guys can run into each other, maybe you guys can get back together, or maybe you guys have recently got back together in October and now broke up again. But whatever the case is, it seems to me that June and October are very significant. You could also be dealing with a Libra or a Scorpio. You also have protection from a powerful friend, so I don't know if they're watching over you or you're watching over them, or there's a third person that is watching over you guys in your guys' relationship, but there's definitely a level of friendship between you guys, so you guys could have been in the same friend group. It says, take care, enemies are working against you. Ooh, and protection from a powerful friend. So I get that both of you guys have a mutual friend that's watching over you guys, and both of you guys have a mutual friend that is out to get you guys. So one is for you guys and one isn't. And maybe they could have been pulled in by this enemy and the gossip, right? They could have easily been pulled in through this gossip or listening to gossip from this enemy because someone is working against your guys' connection. It says someone is leaving your life. So maybe this enemy is about to leave your life at this point in time, maybe in October, or maybe they already have in June. But whatever the case is, someone is definitely leaving. And it could have been like you leaving them, or them leaving you, or this third person leaving your guys' like friendship group, or whatever the case. But yeah, this is definitely there's definitely someone here that you guys should look out for, okay, viewer? You also have great happiness. So I get that individually you guys are learning to be happy, but I feel like you guys are also happy within each other, or there was at a point in time you guys were happy with one another. But this Nine of Coins definitely talks about that great happiness. And I kind of feel like the Hangman talks about that too, because it's like freeing yourself from certain things. It's like learning and realizing and cutting through illusion. So yeah, you also have an exciting event. So you guys can have an exciting event coming in on October. Or maybe it has already happened, but I feel like you guys can have some sort of encounter and you guys don't even know it. It says a sincere wish will be granted. So there is someone who has been sincere. Maybe it's about their career, maybe it's about coming back together. But the Nine of Coins talks about that wish being fulfilled. So someone, I feel, got their dream career or job or the stability that they've been wanting. And it says successful outcome to your problems. So I feel like you guys are going to be successful. There's going to be successful outcome to like your guys' situation. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to get back with this person. Remember what I said, like just because they're your soulmate or your twin flame, it doesn't mean that you have to be with them. It's definitely your free will, your choice. But if you do get back with this person, or have gone back with this person already, remember to apply the past lessons that you have learned, okay? So that your guys' relationship could be successful. So let's go into the advice. The advice for pile number 2s is a sweet treat. So what I'm getting for sweet treat is you either like baking or for others or for yourself, and it's basically self-explanatory. Have yourself a cupcake or some from some fruits or some candy, but don't overdo it. This is just about like giving yourself a little treat. If you've been stressed, if you've been upset or sad, just do something that can make you a little bit happy, you know? And it says sync with the moon. So syncing with the moon actually helps like you emotionally, which I was talking about green adventuring here. It also helps you connect to your intuition. A lot of women, a lot of witches actually sync with the moon. They sit under the moon in order to gain a little bit more of the energy from the moon, because a lot of witches get their energy from the moon. But even if you're not, you can still practice that and have those same effect of like being more grounded, being more spiritually aligned. It's also really, really healing just sitting under the moon, just like how it is with the sun. So that could be beneficial to your healing journey. Also, the fact that if you are person A, it's going to give you more intuitive wisdom. So I'm getting for for person A, you guys are very, very intuitive. And if that's you, then syncing with the moon will definitely help with that. And it says it's time to release negativity. So it's saying to release negative thought patterns, negative people, negative outdated things in order to move forward, in order to move on. And I feel like a lot of new cycles could be happening for you. And I sense that you guys can get a new career, or a new career has already happened, because person A, I felt like this person was just focused on them. Like either their spirituality or their finances and career. And this person was focused on like transitioning and changes and like learning from their mistakes. So yeah, that kind of explains a lot as to why new career was here. I was kind of already getting that maybe you guys were person A and were basically focused on your success rather than really this person, is what I'm getting. But again, take what resonates. Hopefully you did though. But yeah, that's the advice for you guys. This is the message for pile number 2s. Hopefully it resonated, and if you want to comment down below and talk about your situation, your person, I would love to hear from you guys. I usually try to reply and give and talk about it with you guys because I love doing that. But yeah, if you give this video a thumbs up or you subscribe to my channel, I appreciate you so much for doing that, and thank you for doing that and the support. And even if you didn't, I still appreciate you. And to all that's watching for pile number 2, I appreciate you joining me today and choosing me to be your reader. If you haven't followed my socials, don't forget to do that. And yeah, thank you again, and I'll be moving on to the next pile. Hi, pile 3, if you chose this pile or the green and purple fluorite. Let's find out what you and your person are going through or what's been going on between you guys. But first, I'm going to talk about the crystal. The crystal basically talks about heightened awareness, working through emotional barriers. The green has to do with the heart chakra, and the purple has to do with the third eye chakra. And together it helps decision making and being more balanced and feeling more renewed, feeling more connected intuitively, making processing things a lot faster or easier. So this is what this crystal is for. That's basically all I know about it. But yeah, you guys can also look it up if you guys would like. But yeah, so let's find out what's going on between you and this person, all right? Okay, there we go. All right, so person A has the black egg. Person B has the oyster. Person A has networker in reversed, conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. Ooh, okay. And poet expresses soul insights in symbolic language. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I will tell you right now, you guys are perfect opposites of one another, because A and B already explains it's you have this person's negative aspect and you have this person's light aspect. Does that make sense? You guys are very, very similar. But let me put more of these cards out. Okay, you have unrequited love. Keep an open mind. All right, and then you also have the Knight of Cups, the King of Pentacles in reversed, the King of Cups, the Three of Swords in reversed, and you have the Ace of Wands. All right, and then we're going with that later. The advice later. All right, so person A. For person A, I do feel that you are this has to do with the throat chakra, meaning you're a very honest individual. You speak your mind with the black egg. This also talks about not lying to yourself, being honest with yourself, being honest with others about the truth. Okay, this speaks the truth. And what's interesting is networker and the shadow attribute is the exact opposite of the black egg. Conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. Now, person A, because the unrequited love is here, and I don't feel like it's just person A, I feel like it's also person B, and I will get to that later, but with person A, I feel like what the conveys information only for personal gain, I feel like I don't think you expressed to this person how you really felt, even though you knew. I'm getting that with person A. The fact that they're opposites tells me that this is their true self, and this is what you're expressing, person A. Now with person B, the reason why I said you guys were very similar was because poet expresses soul insight in symbolic language. That's very similar to the black egg. Speaking your truth, speaking philosophically, stating all these facts, having a lot of infinite wisdom. And the black egg is also talking about having this infinite amount of wisdom and talking about it and speaking about it. And they also have that attribute. With the oyster here, that is more similar to your networker shadow attribute. The oyster talks about hiding your true self, hiding your talents, hiding your skills. And you could see this glow around them, like the light is like coming out of the shell, and it's because they're hiding so much. So what I'm getting is that both of you are hiding how you guys really feel about one another. And I feel like you guys are mirrors of one another, which I think is like really, really funny. And it's like, I don't know if you guys were upset at one another for being so vague and not being upfront, but newsflash, both of you guys are exactly alike. And it talked about it in 2 different decks too. So I feel like this could have been your guys' issue. You guys showed each other that you guys didn't have attraction, didn't like one another, and possibly had a breakup, misunderstanding, red flags. But it seems to me that you guys try to keep an open mind about where this relationship can go. Because keep an open mind is here. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So I feel like with person B, they saw you as this person that was lying to them, that wasn't telling them the truth. And with person A, no, rewind that, sorry. Person B sees the lies and stuff, but they don't know that you're actually a very honest, truthful, and outspoken individual. With person A, this person believes that they are this poet, they're philosophical, they're honest, they have this emotional way of speaking to others, but what they don't know is this person actually likes to hide themselves, their true selves. So yeah, person B is more hidden. Person A is more out there, extroverted, introverted. But you guys showed one another that person A is introverted when they're not, and person B is extroverted when they're actually not. So it's like you guys are like this like yin and yang kind of thing. So you guys could be really, really deep soulmates. If you guys claim to be twin flames, and that's what you guys are, definitely this like mirroring soulmate thing. So now, moving on to your connection, your connection. The Knight of Cups here talks about someone being interested. Either someone wants to apologize or they have a love message. I feel like Pentacles were getting in the way though. With the King of Pentacles in reverse, this talks about not wanting to give, not wanting to nurture, not wanting to provide, or being. It talks about like being like not being generous. So it's like I want to, I don't want to. Very different energies with these two. There's like this want, and then there's like this realization that they don't have their pentacles yet, so they don't really go for it. However, they're like emotionally ready. Someone here is emotionally ready because the King of Cups is here. The finances are the things that are getting in the way. It could be one of you guys could be a king, like person B can be this, and then person A could be that. One person was dealing with, you know, their, what do you call this? Their pentacles. So they were showing that they didn't want this relationship. And the other king wanted to show, has a lot of emotions, but hasn't necessarily expressed those things. Because the King of Cups is someone who's very emotionally balanced and experienced, but they don't always express it as much as the Queen of Cups. They're more reserved. So I feel like eventually when you guys are more balanced, or when someone's money or bag comes up, then I do get that you guys can reconcile. You guys can and will want to fix things, mend whatever it is that you guys had, and start a new beginning. Mind you, though, this is wands, so it could be sexual, but overall, it's passionate, like abruptly telling you how they really feel. Someone's going to express some sort of passion in the relationship. Okay? So now, we're gonna go in with pile number 3, a little bit more with my tea leaf cards. Ah! Sorry. Loaded. Okay. So what's going on for pile number 3 is connection. All right. Celebration, fun, and enjoyment. I feel like in the near future that could be up for you guys, considering the fact that wands is exciting. It's the element of like action and like I said, passion. It's about fun. So I feel like you guys, someone could be asking you guys on a date, and or you could be asking this person on a date, and it's going to be fun, or there's just going to be a celebration once you guys come to a union, because what I'm getting at is that you guys are marrying each other, and it created a misunderstanding. Like, it's projections, basically. I feel like a lot of you guys were projecting towards one another, and it created a rift. I'm also getting that one of you guys could be older, the other one could be younger, or someone just has the maturity and wisdom of an older woman. I'm also getting that unsuccessful outcome to a problem. So maybe there was an unsuccessful outcome before, considering the fact of how you guys were acting towards one another. I'm also getting that a new creative idea or a new adventure or a fresh start can come with you guys, because I feel like you guys are too alike to not be together, to be quite honest with you. But again, this is collective, so keep that in mind. This is a very spiritual love. I was talking about soulmates in Twin Flames earlier, so that is kind of a confirmation that it is, if you ever felt like it was. And there's a lot of obstacles that you guys need to overcome, possibly individually, possibly together, but you guys could possibly just work together. And I do feel like you will overcome these obstacles because you have sunrise here. You know, a new start, a new beginning, all right? It's also saying to use your intuition to make beneficial changes. All right, so you or this person might need to use intuition. I feel like this is more for you though, because maybe a lot of you guys are doubting the fact that you guys never had feelings for one another when you actually did. I honestly feel like it's a misunderstanding that you guys, you know, put on one another. You guys gave each other those red flags and possibly thought that the feeling wasn't mutual. I'm also seeing that things can happen in February between you guys. That's not that long from now, but you could be dealing with a Aquarius or a Pisces. I'm also getting that there's affairs with your guys' family. King of Pentacles is in reverse, so maybe one of you guys had family issues, family problems. Others of you, I feel like there could be something happening with your guys' family, like a celebration or something like that. I'm getting that there's indecisiveness in this situation. I was getting that earlier, like someone wanted to tell somebody and then all of a sudden didn't want to say how they really felt. And there's a lot of excitement in this relationship, I feel, because of how much you guys are hiding from each other. This is like a very mysterious pile. Like, you guys are mysterious to one another. And that's why the keep your open mind is here, because they might be different from what you actually thought. And how they're feeling about you might be actually different from what you thought. And that's what's so exciting about it. And you have another month here, January, so January and February could be a span of those months, but January you could be dealing with a Capricorn or an Aquarius. So Aquarius is being highlighted twice here. Could be an Aquarius. Someone new is entering your life, so I feel like because of the keep your open mind here, and your soulmate is different from your usual type kind of thing, I feel like someone is going to change and they're going to be this completely new person, entirely new to you or entirely new to them, because of the changes and showing each other their true selves. So I think I'm gonna get one more. Someone's working against you behind your back. All right, so this has been common. People getting in the way of your guys' relationships, gossip, very similar to piles 1 and 2. But this is different in its own way. But for some of you guys, you can be dealing with a rat. Someone who's either ratting your guys' secrets out, or putting you guys against one another, or you specifically, this person specifically. So watch out on who you trust or who you let into your lives, okay? So let's go on with the advice for you guys. Let's find out maybe some ways to heal. So you have pleasure. You guys can definitely experiment with masturbation or having sex or just doing things that give you pleasure. It doesn't necessarily have to be sexual. It's basically about knowing yourself and taking care of yourself. And making yourself happy. Also, masturbation helps you align with yourself and what you like, who you are, okay? You also have energy work here, so a lot of you guys need to meditate, ground yourselves. You guys can look it up on Google, how to properly align your chakras and how to properly meditate. I feel like that's very needed because someone seems to be afraid of showing how they really feel, okay? And that's also saying it's time to take action, so maybe it's time to take more action on yourself, in the situation, or that time is coming up for you to have that opportunity, to take this opportunity to take action. But either way, I do feel like it's also just about taking action in your life and doing things, like I said, that make you happy and taking action in that sense. And it says to connect with nature. So connecting with nature is going to heal. It's going to make things a lot clearer for you. It's going to help with the energy work. It's going to help with grounding. Yeah, it's very healing, connecting with nature. It's very, very high energy, being around trees and grass and flowers. But yeah, it's to help you become rejuvenated, okay? So yeah, that is what I'm getting for you, pile number 3s. Hopefully this made sense and it gave you the clarity that you needed. If you would like to comment down below about your situation, I would love to hear from you guys. And if you give this video a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel, I appreciate you so much for the support. And even if you didn't, I still appreciate you. To all who was watching for pile number 3, I appreciate you for joining me today and choosing me to be your reader. Don't forget to follow my socials, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. High pile 4s if you chose this pile or the howlite. Well, let's find out what's been going on between you and your person. I'm actually going to explain the crystals as well because it has been correlating a lot with people's situations. So howlite actually helps with emotional processing, reduces stress, reduces anxiety. Yeah, there's a lot more to it, but that's all I can really remember from it. But, oh yeah, here it is. It can also aid with an overactive mind, insomnia, strengthens memory, stimulates desire for knowledge, and transmutes like anger and a bunch of, it has to do with like more of like negative energies. So for some of you guys, you either need this or these are the properties that are lacking in your connection. So this is going to be A, this is going to be B, and then mutual energy down here and in the middle between you guys. So person A has cosmic egg, person B has beaver, person A has healer, passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. And for B, you have beggar, confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. All right. So the mutual energies, you guys got wedding and attraction, Ace of Cups, 5 of Swords in reversed, 7 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. Alright, so I'm going to start with person A. Person A is basically very spiritual. They're very spiritually connected. The cosmic egg has to do with the crown chakra. So you guys, person A can have these abilities to be some sort of spiritual healer, some sort of spiritual leader. And considering the fact that this has to do with, your person, like, how you feel towards one another, I'm getting that you have this inner knowing with the High Priestess being here too. This is a very intuitive connection. Like, your guys' attraction is very intuitive. Like, some of you guys can feel like there's a cord between you and this person is what I'm getting. And you possibly cannot get them out of your head or out of your mind. I also feel like with the cosmic egg on person A, they're very divinely guided. Like, the universe is kind of on their side. And with healer being here, they're definitely going through some spiritual journey, awakening, something like that, okay? Person B, they have the beaver here. This talks about family. This talks about giving and kind of making a home and being compassionate and being a good friend, and basically caring for other people and doing, things for them. This is the water element, so they could be more emotionally equipped, like they're really good with their emotions, and the fact that it says confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. The beaver exudes that energy because the beaver talks about giving to others and being compassionate. So it seems to me that both of you guys are spiritually connected or awakened individually. It seems to me that it is like that. You guys both have this commonality and compassion. The fact that healers being here, you guys could want to help others or help each other. Maybe you are already with this person for some of you guys, but if not, then you guys have a really strong attraction to one another. Like I said, that cord. I'm also getting that you guys could possibly see you guys marrying one another because you guys have a lot of love. I do feel like someone fell in love, someone in this situation started to grow feelings very rapidly with the Ace of Cups being here. However, these three cards being in between the Ace of Cups and the High Priestess, it's like both of you guys know that you guys are hiding feelings from one another. Maybe it's the fact that you guys aren't ready to really express these things. I'm not sure why, but the Five of Swords in reverse talks about acceptance in, acceptance in defeat or something, something that happened in the past, either a verbal communication, someone said something, made the other felt defeated, egotistical, but there was a moving on from that. Or that did happen, and someone started to become very defensive with the Seven of Wands being here. Seven of Wands kind of talks about defeat as well, being confronted with what it is that you've been doing, or if you've been hiding something. This is just about confrontation, both these cards. And the fact that the Four of Pentacles is here talks about someone hiding, concealing some sort of information. They're not wanting to share what's in that box. And the same thing with the Seven of Wands. They don't want to give in. They're fighting. They're hiding. And that makes a lot more sense too, because the High Priestess talks about like hiding. It talks about observation and kind of being more quiet about your feelings. So it's like you guys have this mutual understanding that you guys can be together, but for some reason there's this resistance, and I'm not sure who's resisting, because both of you guys are showing the light attributes and really positive attributes overall. So it's just like what happened here. I don't know if someone's ego got in the way at some point in time, their pride got in the way, or the other person was afraid, or both of you were both like that, defensive and afraid. And so you guys decided to keep this a secret. You guys decided to keep this to yourself, with the High Priestess being here. So yeah, it's really interesting energy. I'm going to find out a little bit more about your guys' situation with my tea leaf cards here. Can we get more info on pile number 4? Okay, you have vacation here. Maybe some of you guys are taking a vacation from one another, or you guys are gonna take one together. I'm also getting that you guys are protected from negative forces beyond your control, and that does make a lot of sense because you guys both have spiritual aspects to yourself. And I do feel like if you have a really strong connection, which there's a lot of indication that you guys do, it's a very spiritual one, then this connection is actually more protected than you actually think. I'm also getting that the most difficult time of your situation is over, so I'm guessing that you guys are separated, and maybe it just wasn't the right time, but it seems to me that that part is over, and you guys are overcoming this difficult situation. I'm also getting that there's going to be a birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So that can mean a business relationship, an emotional partnership, a significant other. For some of you guys, you have to be careful about being pregnant because the wedding card is here too. And the beaver is it has to do a lot with family. So yeah, just be careful with that. But other than that, I do feel like there's going to be a rebirth of your guys' connection, or just if it hasn't happened already, there's going to be an opportunity for that to start. You also have fear, worries, and tense situations. So that explains a lot as to why the Seven of Wands and the Five of Swords was here. It was very, very intense. It was very, there was a lot of fear, like I was saying. There was a lot of worry, like I was saying. And that's just being highlighted once again. You also have a short journey. So maybe you guys broke it off. Or didn't start what was about to be started because you guys had to take a short individual journey by yourselves to learn something. But it seems to me that there has been an enlightenment with the High Priestess being here due to a short journey, or maybe the short journey was the fact that you guys will be separated. It says heartache over what you no longer have. So someone could be very heartbroken because of this. And maybe that's what they're hiding or concealing from the other. But there's a lot of wealth that's coming for you guys individually or together. So I do get there's going to be a lot of abundance in your guys' relationship. Either that or just an opportunity for it to become as abundant as it can be. I'm also getting that there's a lot of spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding in your guys' connection with the torch being here. And that, I was already talking about that. There's a lot of indication that pile number 4 is you guys are very, very spiritual people. Both of you guys are. And you guys have that commonality. And I feel like you guys are learning from one another and are learning a bunch of new things also by yourselves while you guys are separated. There's a lot of hard work that is needed if you guys want to make this work. I feel like there needs to be a level of trust here because there's a lot of fear and worry. I feel like a reassurance is very needed because I don't think you guys both see that you guys are very similar people and you guys have like a similar outlook towards one another. I'm also getting that you have great worry over nothing. So I was literally just talking about that. You guys are worried, but there's nothing to worry about. And you have be careful, do not take risks. So what I'm getting is that someone wants to be careful. Maybe that's why there was the separation. And you guys needed to really think things through before taking some course of action. I'm also getting that there's a major challenge to overcome. We already kind of went through that. But it seems I feel like the major outcome is just telling each other how you guys really feel about one another. And I don't really think that you guys have necessarily done that. Lastly, you guys have new job or career, so that could be coming up for you or this person, and maybe that's what contributed to your separation if you guys are in one. But yeah, that's basically what I'm getting with the tea leaf. So let's go on to what your advice is. Okay, pile number 4, you have burning bowl ritual. How to do a burning bowl ritual is writing a letter to a certain emotion, a certain person, or a certain situation, and writing about all your negative feelings or all feelings, whatever you want to write about. And you basically read it out loud and you fold it up and you burn it. And you ask the universe to help you release these energies. Before I do a burning bowl ritual, I kind of like to ask my guides or my protectors, whoever is surrounding me, and the most positive aspects, in the most positive way, for my highest good. Then I ask them to help me through that. And that's how you basically do a burning bowl ritual. You can also look it up on Google to really evaluate and really look up and research on it. I feel like they would explain it better, but that's how I personally do it. And you have family here, so maybe spending time with your family is going to be beneficial. It's very healing to heal with your family. You have healer here, so I feel like you could be person A, but regardless, it seems to me that you are going through some healing stage, because the burning bowl ritual is used to heal and let go of old cycles. And family is here because, you know, they're more connected to you. They love you unconditionally. And sometimes they give you really good advice. And it could be really, really healing, spending time with them. And spending time with family also helps people learn about themselves and possibly what has happened in their childhood that contribute to the fears, anxieties, and depression that one person is dealing with now. You also have the energy is gaining momentum, so I feel like this is picking up right now at this point in time. The fact of you guys coming together or talking to one another is picking up right now. And I feel like someone here has already made this realization of their emotions, and with the High Priestess here, they're just keeping it quiet, and they're maybe trying to look for the perfect time to say something. You could be, or they could be. And lastly, you have in springtime. So in springtime, your guys' manifestations can come in. In springtime, you and this person could speak to one another. And, or maybe something happened in the springtime. It's significant. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you guys. Also, with the spring, it also means a lot of things are blooming. A lot of things are, new cycles are going to start. So watch out for that, okay? I don't mean that in the bad way. I'm just saying, like, prepare yourself for a bunch of cool things happening. So yeah, that's the advice for you guys. Those are the messages for pile number 4s. Please let me know down in description if you want to talk about your situation. I would love to hear from you guys. If you give this video a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel, I appreciate the love and support. Thank you for doing that. And even if you didn't, I still appreciate you, and thank you for watching my video. To everyone who's watching for pile 4, thanks for choosing me to be your reader. Don't forget to follow my socials, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Have pile 5. You chose this pile. Let's find out what's going on with you and your person. But first, we're going to talk about the crystal that you guys chose, because I see that's actually kind of correlated with the readings, the past readings. So this is rhodonite. Yeah, rhodonite. It's a stone for compassion, and it helps with emotionally balancing things, clears away emotional wounds, scars from the past, and kind of helps you become more loving. It has to do a lot with the heart chakra because of the pink. Pink and green usually correlate with the heart chakra. So it also talks about like balancing yin and yang, balancing yourself. Basically just heals a lot emotionally. So yeah, you can look that up if you guys want. But yeah, you guys can Google it, and it would probably explain a lot more if you guys want to see. But yeah, let's get into the cards. On this side, it's going to be A, and then B, and then mutual energies. So, yeah. The first, person A is wolf. Person B is turtle. Person A is martyr, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. And person B has Messiah, serving humanity with humility. All right. And for the mutual energies, you guys have retreat. You deserve love. And for the tarot, you got the star in reversed. Let me fix this. You have the Emperor in reversed. You have the Ten of Cups. You have the Empress in reverse. Dude, what? That's crazy. The Moon in reversed. Bitch, I'm shook. Oh my god. Alright. Okay. Oh my goodness. Alright. This is just such an interesting fucking spread, alright? I'm sorry, like, I need to collect myself, to be quite honest with you. While I'm collecting myself, I'm going to be looking for what the wolf talks about. Considering the colors, though, the yellows and the oranges, I'm getting this has to do with, like, self-confidence, self-worth, creativity. It kind of reminds me of, like, a forest fire. But, yeah, this talks about being a lone wolf, though. Literally being an alpha, being, you know, you're having your own independence. It's the energy of the earth. So, you could be very, very grounded. Could like nature is what I'm getting. It also talks about like guardian of family and tribe, activism, or ritual. So the wolf expresses themselves through activism and mentorship and humanitarian efforts. And also teaching people religiously or political studies. This talks about embracing everyone and excluding none. So that's very martyr light attribute as fuck. Okay? It basically is talking about the same thing. Like, you guys are willing to take care of others. You're possibly willing to take care of this other person if that is the case. But as an individual, that is your personality. Like, you are someone, you could be an Aquarius, or you could have Aquarius in the 10th house. Very social work, very psychology, social justice, warrior vibes for person A, okay? For person B, the turtle is about, like, storytelling. It's about telling others about, like, your artistic creativities. Like, if you have a creative artistic ability in directing, which usually is what the turtle is about, it's basically just conveying your story either through word or movies or directing. It comes in, like, different ways, but overall it's basically about just expressing yourself in the most honest way possible. With the greens and the oranges in here, I do feel like this person has a lot of love, a lot of heart chakra stuff going on, and I feel like they're able to express their emotional side through artistic ways. The turtle's also a very ancient soul. They're grounded, they're trusted, and they're at home with themselves. You know, they're really great writers, and they dive deep for truth. They're really peaceful, adventurous, and productive. With the Messiah here, it says serving humanity with humility. I feel like they are very humble and very, very down to earth. And it's very similar to you guys are both very similar people, and you guys like to serve others in a positive way. I do feel like you guys have disconnected from one another, and you guys have retreated, possibly have done your own thing here, but you guys understand that you guys both love each other. You are lovable. You guys know that you guys deserve love, and you guys also want to give that, and you guys possibly both have an issue with thinking that you are lovable, that you are enough. And I'm getting that because the Empress and the Emperor are in reversed, along with the Moon and the Star. This one kind of just speaks right out to me, so I'm going to read it like this. Both of you guys are aware that you guys can have this happy family, a happy, emotional, loving relationship. And you guys see each other as counterparts. With the Empress and the Emperor here, it does not matter that they're reversed. But you guys both showed up here. You guys are definitely counterparts, soulmates, twin flames. I don't really like throwing those titles in, but I am in this case because I strongly feel it. I don't really throw those titles around unless I really, really feel it. And with the Emperor here, someone here is doubtful and isn't currently taking control of the situation. And it's because the star is in reverse. This person could be hiding their feelings through ego, or they just have a loss of hope, to be quite honest. They don't really see how things can turn out or things can turn around. As for the Empress energy, whoever this may be in your guys' connection, the Empress here possibly lacks confidence, but it's mostly about lacking this nurturing side. And the Empress isn't nurturing the situation or the Emperor or this connection because they're stuck in their head. There's a lot of emotion here, a lot of illusions that the Empress is creating. There's a lot of doubt here. And both of you guys both have doubt. The fact that the moon and the star speak about like cosmic energy to me, because it has to do with the alignment of like the stars and the moon and yada yada yada, what's going on up there. I feel like you guys are very divinely guided, like connected, very meant to be. However, you guys both are not seeing that, and you guys are blinding yourselves from that. And I feel like the more you guys are separated from one another, the more you guys think that it won't work out, okay? Or the fact that the other person doesn't feel the same, when that's not the case at all. I feel like both of you guys haven't necessarily expressed how you guys feel for one another. And I feel like that is one of the main issues in your guys' connection. You guys are both feeling it. You guys are both thinking the same thing, but you guys are not talking about it. And the fact that there's 4 major arcanas out of 5 definitely tells me that you guys are meant to meet. It's very universally guided. Like, they purposely did this because you guys possibly had some sort of like contract before you guys both came down here. But yeah, both of you guys could have this thing about helping others, and maybe you guys can be partners in that as well, in business and in a loving relationship. But I'm going to try to get more info for pile number 5s, okay? So it says you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. So I do feel like both of you guys are lacking love for one another. You guys think it's non-existent between you guys, but it very, very much is. And you guys feel like there's a lot lacking because you guys aren't together. I'm also getting that there's a lot of love here. And that's self-explanatory. I've been feeling that. This is a temporary problem that you guys have. And you guys will, I feel like both will see the light of the situation. I'm also getting that family matters. So I feel like you guys are both family-oriented people. And it's possible that you guys can see each other as family with the 10 of Cups being here. In another sense, you guys can also deal with family issues at this point of time, or you guys are focusing on your guys' family since it is a pandemic, you know, a lot of things could be happening. So You also have good advice from a wise person. I feel like you guys both think that you guys are wise. Both of you guys exude those energies. But it could also be that there's a person here that you're going to get advice from. There's also a position of authority. So both of you guys have this position of authority. You guys are counterparts as the Empress and Emperor, and there's a throne here. So I do feel like you guys have a lot of power individually and together. This is like number 5s. You guys are like the ultimate power couple. Like, you guys are that couple. And that's fucking poppin'. I love that. You guys also have pleasure with a close friend. So I do feel like both of you guys are friends, and you guys are happy to be close. You guys can also just be hanging out with your own friends and having fun with them. I'm also getting that temptation will test you. So be careful not to lower your standards, or just don't lower your standards. You might be tempted to do that, but don't. I feel like both of you guys bring out the best in one another. So be very careful that you're not being given different opportunities that are kind of not the best, when this person that you're inquiring about is already a counterpart of yours. Pile number 5. It says, soon you will receive a gift. I do feel like maybe you guys can have this opportunity to come together again. Either that, or one of you guys are going to give a gift to another person, or an outside party can give you guys a gift. And maybe that's what the temptation is. Someone will probably bribe you guys, like individually, or maybe even to one another. But be careful not to do that. Be careful that when you receive this gift, it's not manipulation. It says forces are working against you. So I don't know if your guys' family don't like one another, or your guys' family doesn't like the person that you're inquiring about, or whatever the case is. I'm also getting there's like a third party that could be getting in the way. However, there's going to be there's going to be good news between you and this person. You might hear from this person. Maybe you guys have talked about the fact already that you guys have feelings, but now is not really the right time. I'm also getting that there's a wish that's not going to be granted. Oh no. Well, with the wish will not be granted, what does that even mean? To what aspects? It's the pessimism. The wish will not be granted. Both of you guys think that this isn't going to happen, because both of you guys are the moon in reverse and the star in reversed. Okay? You also have great personal sorrow, so I get that both of you guys are sad because of this situation. I feel like some of you guys have cried a lot. I feel like your other person cries as well. And I do think that there's going to be a chains of events that will affect your guys' life. So I feel like it's going to be a bunch of different things coming together and changing you guys for the better. And I'm also getting that you guys have a lot of happiness together, and that's what the 10 of Cups is. However, the fact that you guys aren't together is making you guys really sad at this point in time. But I feel like you guys are each other's happiness, and that's so fucking cute. Oh my god. But yeah, so that's what's going on between you guys. So let's get the advice for you, the viewer. The first thing, it says create art. So if you're artistic or you're not, it doesn't matter. Draw, paint, do some sort of project that would help you have a creative outlet. It helps emotionally and helps you express yourself. You also have hydrate. Y'all better drink your Wawa, like for real. It's really important to drink your Wawa. so you don't get lightheaded. It's very hot. There's a heat wave where I'm at, so there could be a heat wave where you guys are at. Just be water. Water is like, it's sometimes when I drink it, I'm like, dude, is this like medicine? Because I feel like I'm healing inside, you know? So drink your fucking Wawa or else. It says, don't let your past hold you back. I feel like a lot of you guys are hesitant on getting in the situation or relationship because you have a lot of fears from the past and you're letting it affect you now. Both of you guys are. So don't let your past hold you back, because I feel like this is a lot different from what you actually thought, because this is your counterpart, dude. If that is your counterpart, then you guys think alike, then you guys do things similarly, and you guys shouldn't let your past hold you back when this is the person for you. You know what I mean? And it says your wish is granted. What you've asked for is coming true. So this contrasts the fact that it says the broken wishbone. It says wish will not be granted, but it has been granted. So that clarifies even further that if you guys want each other, it's going to happen. But you guys have to be open to one another before it can actually be successful, and get out of this mindset of things not working out for you, because it is. Don't doubt your intuition, and just because it's taking long, remember that we're in a pandemic. Remember that there are a lot of things in our lives individually that shook us up because of it. And that could be a huge issue in itself, as to why you guys aren't currently together, okay? So yeah, that is the advice. Those are the messages for pile number 5s. Please, if you want to talk about your situation, talk about it in the comments. I would love to hear what is going on with you guys. If you give this video a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel, I thank you for the love and support. Thank you for joining the little family. If you didn't, that's still fine. I still appreciate you. And to all who's watching for Pile 5, thank you so much for choosing me to be your reader. Don't forget to follow my socials, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!